Before starting this first Fibonacci spiral example on stock charts, it's important to mark a range of interest. In this case, it's around 340 and the upper portion of the recent gap up candle. Then, the Fib spiral can be placed on the high of that candle and point straight down to line up with the low of the previous uptrend. This way, the spiral gets coverage in the gap context, running through the 340 boundary and arcing down to the lower 300s around the gap fill range. As the gap gets filled and bullish momentum returns, the intersection of the spiral around 340 highlights a key price and time range. In this case, it's a crucial bullish break of clear resistance that takes place with above-average volume. Adding a second spiral that follows the curvature of the first spiral can also help define this area in price and time better. That's why placing the second spiral on the high and low of the bearish reversal candle can work in this case. Then, as usual, since this is a Fib tool with a curvature, make sure the scales are set to lock scale so there are no distortions when moving or zooming the chart. Onto another example, with a gap up, except in this case, price remains bearish to neutral, since it keeps a steady slide after initially entering the gap fill area. Nonetheless, the same combination of Fib spirals can be used to outline the approximate time and price range and incline of the first rebound in the gap fill area. Later, when the 50 boundary is contacted directly, the bearish context holds firm to eventually break lower. By that time, the spirals are not in use anymore, since price has passed their range. Let's do yet another gap-up example since they commonly occur on stock charts. Smaller price range covered by the gap but the same kind of setup with spiral placements as price starts a similar sharp bearish reversal. The first contact drops onto the smaller spiral intersecting with the gap fill area this time. Support is temporarily stronger as expected, but soon gives way to persisting selling. Later, a similar turn of events as the drop slows upon nearing the area where the larger spiral runs through the previous low range in the 260s and 250s. After this point in time, the drop slows significantly as volatile neutral to bearish trading takes over for quite some time until price finally makes a moderate rebound. Helping to demonstrate how spirals intersecting with key support ranges identify critical areas in price and time that don't necessarily have to be clean, clear swing points all the time, and can instead highlight areas where a strong trend could slow, temporarily and/or drastically. Here's a chart going from a bullish reversal to possible bullish continuation, providing a suitable case where spirals can be placed on downswings during this transition. As a bonus, there's increased validity with the spirals running through past swing points, a preferred but not necessary feature. The uptrend accelerates quickly, and within no time, the spirals are contacted near 320 at the site of the last major bearish reversal range. Unsurprisingly, a downswing forms at this price and time range. Then, when there's a rebound, another downswing forms directly upon contact with the spirals. Again, to highlight how the intersection with the prior major resistance range tends to form stronger areas of resistance in terms of price and time range. Even though this spiral pair is positioned differently than the first few examples, it's similar in that they roughly arc along the same path to cover the context of rising and falling price. On the next chart, there are clear phases of an uptrend, from initial reversal to pause, then continuation, then a moderate bearish retracement. Now, as price turns back up again, it's time to find out when stronger resistance around 6 could appear. So we place a Fib spiral on that lowest reversal candle of the upswing that just finished. To get a similar spiral arcing up over to the right to cover price rising towards 6, another spiral can be placed from the same upswing low to the recent peak. In this case, a huge bearish reversal candle forms at 6 to form a double top reversal range. However, it formed upon contact with the 6th level, then the lower spiral, rather than at an intersection in the duration when the spiral pair crossed down onto the 6th level. Though it is quite close, and this demonstrates an example where a major reversal event can be more broadly highlighted under the arc of spirals near a major level, rather than close to the intersection of spirals and a major price range. Here's a similar situation where price goes from bearish to more range-bound neutral to bullish movement. Since there's been a recent upswing, a spiral can be placed on that clear bull hammer candle to arc up to clear resistance at 14. Unlike the previous example, price almost instantly reversed back down just one candle before the exact intersection between 14 and the spiral. Since this high level of precision won't always happen, it's beneficial to place a time tool, like the trend-based fib time tool, on the last portion of the larger downtrend, to where the new neutral to bullish phase began. This outlines a broader and realistic, but still specific time range at 14, with the fib timeline and the spiral intersection. Next example. Price falls fast and makes a minor bullish retracement, but soon leans bearish again. So place a spiral up onto that bullish retracement to arc down and to the right, as price is likely to fall. When the 100 boundary is broken, the spiral's intersection with fib extension levels closely identifies where the drop could encounter greater opposition to either pause or reverse. The addition of a fib time zone on the duration of the bullish retracement to cover the continuation context also adds another layer. Its intersections with the extension levels near the spiral essentially form a triangle that quite precisely identifies an area in price and time where the downtrend could face greater opposition. Now let's combine features of the past few examples where price is going from bearish to neutral to bullish, but the moderate rebound is pushed back by a double top range. As price begins to fall towards the low $6 range, at previous lows where major support is likely, we can place fib spirals arcing down to the right by placing the pair based on the upswing in the middle of the double top range to the highs of the two downswings. As expected, the low $6 range is slowing down falling price, in particular during the duration marked by the intersection of the two spirals. For a complementary layer of confirmation, we can also place a fib time zone on the first downswing of the double top, and those time zone lines near the spiral intersections at the low $6 range do indeed highlight the same approximate duration. Again, this is just where and when falling price is more likely to be opposed, either by slowing down or reversing. It does not mark a guaranteed area where price will recover for certain. To learn more about the fib spiral, fib time zone, and every other Fibonacci tool, check out the detailed video linked in the description and pinned comment.